Throughout Atlanta lives a spirit of success, anchored on a foundation of high morals, ingenuity, and hard work. The spirit doesn't exist by coincidence. Rather, it is here by design. It is our legacy. Our legacy that was born from a vision and a legend. The Honorable Maynard H. Jackson, Jr. In a city where the fight for civil rights and social action continues, the wings Maynard Jackson gave to affirmative action remain in the forefront of our minds. Creating a legacy that continues to impact the growth of minority-owned businesses across the nation, Maynard Jackson has changed our world.
Maynard really did for the United States of America, for the world, in fact, what economically, what Dr. King did for America on a social plane. That is what this is really all about. It is far bigger than just the mayor of Atlanta. He broke the mold.
As the first African American to serve as mayor of a major southern city, Mayor Jackson instituted affirmative action programs that led to a dramatic increase of city business going to minority firms. Today, cities and airport communities across America continue to emulate business diversity and inclusion practices put in place by Jackson.
Maynard had a perspective that we were not included, we were left out. So he had some of us who were on his staff to do a study to determine how much business went to women and minorities in the city of Atlanta. And what we concluded was that less than 1%, hear me out, less than 1% went to women and minorities. Well, that's not by chance, not by accident, that's by design. So Maynard said, well, if that's by design that we were excluded, then we can fix it. And most folks don't realize that the airport stopped its process for an entire year because Maynard said, I'm not going to move forward unless there are people of color and women are included in the process. Yeah, it made a difference, saved money, and it came in with quality. Oh, by the way, it took less time.
Today, Jackson's legacy continues to impact generations of business owners. Fully embracing growth and the opportunity to build generational wealth, minority businesses thrive in the examples set forth by Jackson. From supporters to mentors to staff, those aligned with Jackson for over a 40-year span embody his vision.
The reason my grandfather was a huge supporter of Mayor Jackson is because it was a time of togetherness. It was important that he stood behind Mayor Jackson so that he could win this race of being the first African-American mayor of Atlanta. And they were peers at that time. They were around close to the same age. And I think my grandfather knew that if he could stand behind Mayor Maynard Jackson, that he could win this. So it was a no-brainer to be behind and support Mayor Jackson. We are 50 years in and you see me standing here and it's still affecting me being a part of my family's company, working in the airport. So I would say that that has been the biggest thing that Mayor Jackson could do. And then it was during a time of segregation, et cetera. So it was the importance of them being in the quest together as, you know, a part of how Mayor Jackson supported my grandfather in his success.
For many, the realization that Jackson's vision was both achievable and sustainable has not only led to financial success, but has also fostered personal growth with one common goal: to make a positive impact on the world. Always leading by example, Maynard Jackson's charisma fostered a culture of equal opportunity and continuous improvement. During his tenure, Atlanta quickly became a hub for minority entrepreneurship. Today, having earned the reputation of being the busiest airport in the world, ATL carries Jackson's name and has become a global gateway.
Look where we stand today, the world's busiest airport.
With the Honorable Maynard H. Jackson Jr.'s examples of excellence impacting AMAC members nationwide, Hartsfield-Jackson sets the pace for development and growth that is aligned with AMAC's mission.
I'm glad this subject is being brought up as to what did Maynard do that affected not just Atlanta, but affected the entire country. What he did was kick the door open for the possibility of what could be done, particularly with major projects that you control. And airports for some of the major cities were centers that could be managed or controlled by local government. And as a result, that happened. He influenced Chicago to take a second look. The mayor at that time decided, well, I can do this too. New Orleans decided, I can do this too. I can make a difference for my community on the economics and not just a story. Not just say, okay, we'll let everybody in. No, we've got to generate dollars that make a difference in the economics, jobs, the responsibility of the places we live in if I drive this program. And he did it. AMAC wrapped its arms around it. There were a number of us who were involved with AMAC in the early days that also took advantage of what was being done and say, let's do it right. Let's come up with the language and the legislation that supports what we're attempting to do. It makes a difference for all of us to commit to an organization that's making a difference in our lives and those lives that'll follow ours. Be a member, stay a member.